in this league, anytime you get a road win, it's significant, and I'm pleased with the result. Obviously, have so much respect for Johnny and his team, and like knowing that we would have them full strength at home. Like, we spent a lot of time this week trying to get them to understand how much more difficult this would be, and the game at home was incredibly difficult, overtime and all that. It came down to the wire and all that, but we knew with them at full strength it was going to be difficult, so we're really pleased to come out of here with the win. We got a lot of depth, and different guys have stepped up at different times, but to see Josh Reed come out and really be a difference maker after not playing as much here the last week or so, I thought was really important for us, and certainly Aziz to get back to playing to his form. I thought Jameel Reynolds and Chisel James gave us unbelievable minutes off the bench. I thought Dan Skillings had an incredible start to the game and really lifted us, and I just thought Day had a really good start to the game, among others. But proud of the win. It's a great road win. You got to figure out a way to get those this time of year, but they're not easy. And after a 2-game slide, it's nice to get back on the right side of the win column.
Coach, it was a game of runs. You led it by as many as 14 in the second half. UCF rallies, you respond. They rally again, you respond. How did you like that about your team, that every time that it looked like maybe UCF was poised to take the lead, that you guys stepped up and performed?
Yeah, this has been a really resilient team to date, and I thought we were pretty resilient tonight. Because, again, I thought we offensively played really well to start the game, and we have not played well offensively here recently. It lifted us, balls going in, and to feel like you were kind of in command of the game, and then it gets dicey down the stretch. I think that can be difficult on a team, and we have some young players, and we hadn't been together very long. I was proud of their resilience and how they just kind of found a way.
What does it say about your team, how well they did on the offensive boards?
It's something we pride ourselves on, guys. Is our rebounding. Last Saturday we got out rebounded by 17, and that's about as pissed as I've been on anything on a statistic, since I've been coaching at Cincinnati, because I just expect our team to be good there. I thought we were impactful there tonight, and we have to continue to be if we're going to be competitive.
What are you telling your guys in a close game situation in the final minute when baskets are going back and forth? How are you getting them to not foul? Because there were some situations where the Knights looked like they went for the foul on the three-point line and they didn't get it. So what are you telling your guys in those situations?
Yeah, and then we did foul some, right? I mean, we put them on the line a couple times there in the last 4 or 5 minutes, and Day gets his fifth, kind of reaching in. But I think we're probably similar to every other college program in Division I. We spend a lot of time trying to work on defensive discipline and making sure that we can test shots, that we're physical, we're in good position without committing silly fouls. We still got a lot of work to do there, but again, I think the play with Johnson, maybe the one you referred, I thought we did a nice job of staying down and not leaving our feet, and that's a good sign because we got to continue to do that.
You've had so many single-digit close games in the Big 12. Just how nice is it just to breathe after a game like that, where you had a lead but you're on the road and you come away with it?
How nice is it to breathe afterwards?
Yeah.
It's always nice to breathe, Scott.
That's a plus, yeah.
Yeah, that's a plus. There's been some days, last Saturday and last Tuesday, you turn it over 17 times. I'm sorry, you get out rebounded by 17 Saturday at Houston, and you turn it over 25 times against Iowa State. And there's some times I thought I might stop breathing there, so it's good to be breathing. But no, I think anytime you can win on the road, anytime you can win in this league, it's that difficult of a league. It is significant. And if you can win on the road, I think there's an extra edge to that. So that part feels good, but we got to enjoy it here on the ride back when we finish with you guys, and then we got to get some rest and get ready to try to respond on Tuesday night, because it's like every night there's not a lot of relief in this league at all.
Is the key to leave it in a snowstorm and have a little adversity?
Again, we talked about resilience. We got a really, really, really nice group of young people. They're really nice kids. I mean, we were stuck in the FBO for 3.5 hours. We're stuck on the runway last night for felt like over 3 hours. You know, our kids were just enjoying each other. They didn't complain. They didn't say a word. They were playing cards and watching movies and having a good time. They didn't blink. They didn't complain about being tired. And I've been around college basketball for 20 years. Not every team is that way. So we got a good group, but that stuff doesn't affect you if you don't let it affect you. And our guys, I didn't worry about that going into the game today.
Coach, over the course of this conference season, what have you seen as the biggest key to success in Big 12 basketball?
Figuring out how to win one more possession. I mean, you know, so many of our games and the games in this league, there's such a fine line to whether you win or you lose. And here it is. I mean, you stand up here in front of you guys after a win and you feel great, right? I mean, we're humans, like we feel good. And you stand up here after a loss and it feels absolutely awful. And a lot of these are coming down to one possession. I mean, really, a lot of these games, a lot of ours and a lot of the games in this league, I think the biggest difference is what is your team willing to do versus the other team just to win one more. And we have not been on the right end of that every game. And I think the teams that are winning consistently, they're not blowing everybody out. They do the little things better, and we're trying to be one of those teams moving forward.
One more.
Kind of on that point, you spoke about the team's resiliency. You guys shot the ball well early, but the three-pointer kind of came and went throughout the game. What does it say about the team that they're able to stick with things offensively, kind of weather all the runs that UCF took at your lead to come out on top?
Yeah, I thought we were really resilient tonight. Now, in fairness to our team, they've been resilient all year, even when we haven't won games. Their ability to come out and compete and try to climb back, very, very similar to Johnny's team. I mean, you watch Johnny's team on tape and you think the game at BYU's over the other night, and they got a chance to win the game there at the last possession. You know, they got down against us in double figures tonight, and I'm sitting there. I know it's going to be close because he's got such a resilient team too, and I think we're similar that way. Our kids have kept fighting regardless of what the circumstances have been, and if it stopped today, that'd be the thing I'm most proud of with this group so far.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
We have CMOS with Coach